Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa and you are watching the Exploring Oracle, or the Exploracle for short. Today we will be taking a look at the first indie deck that I bought. This is the Golden Thread Tarot by Labyrinthos. So look at that. This is the box. So it's just all black with the gold reflective details on the front and the back. So this is an indie deck published by Labyrinthos, and these cards are made of plastic. So it comes with this foldout with some keywords for each of the cards. There are some spreads. So you have here the major and the minor arcanas. Now, if you'll see here, it actually points you to the app of this particular deck, which is a great learning resource, if you ask me. So let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is the Labyrinthos app. When you open it, you start with today's reading. So you can have a reading for the day. You have 3 cards. And you can choose to get the meaning of each card just by clicking at it. But I don't really use it for that. I use it for this particular part, which is the learning part or section of this app. It is free to download, by the way, so just go to Labyrinthos and you will be able to download this app. So it's like a gamified flashcard type of based learning. So it will ask you what idea can this card represent. So this is the Fool. So I'm going to say new beginnings, and it will give me feedback. Oh, hold on. I went to my email. It will tell me if I'm correct or not. And then you can just move on and answer the next few questions. So this is the Empress. Let's say I'm going to do it wrong. I was incorrect. Then you can actually review the card, and you will see the keywords that are available for that particular card, and as well as the meaning. Now, if you don't want to go into the game first, you can also go to the reference. So you have here a lot of information. Tarot theory. It features the decks made by Labyrinthos. How to read the cards, each of the suits, view the cards. Then you can click it. So you can. It's a good app to explore and to use for learning. And even though you just have this particular foldout here, you can also use the app as well as go to the website to get more meanings and details on the cards. So now let's just take a look at the cards. These are the details of the inside of the box. These are plastic cards. So they're made from recycled plastics. So they are very bendy, very flexible, but virtually indestructible, so they say. This also shuffles like a dream for full shufflers like me, but I will do that later after I show you the flip through. They do feel a bit heavier than normal cardboard cards for some reason. But yeah, these are plastic, and it takes some getting used to. And I know you might be cringing that I'm kind of folding it up and being a little bit rough with it, but it can take it. I wouldn't suggest like folding it in half or anything like that, but yeah. So it is very thin. It feels really thin and bendy, but again, it feels sturdy. The art style, oh no. I think I'm gonna have a hard time filming this. But it is black with just a gold illustration with a keyword at the bottom. It is numbered for the major arcana. So let me find a good angle and we'll zoom in and take a look at all of the cards. Alright, I think this might be the best angle that I can get to show you the art. So the art style is not that detailed, but you do get the symbols, and you can, and it is titled. You get the titles at the bottom. So I don't really think you'll have any trouble identifying the card. Now, I do have vision problems. But yeah, this isn't that difficult for me to see. I think it's because you really just have to find the light and you'll be able to see the details a little bit more clearly. As always, feel free to slow down, speed up, or pause if you want to take a closer look at the cards. So if you like shiny things, you might enjoy this deck. Oh, I do have to note though that I think there is glitter here. And because sometimes when I shuffle, I do notice that I get some glitter on my fingers. But if you're not a fan of a limited color palette, then this deck might not be for you because it's really just black and gold. Now, what do you think about plastic tarot cards? I personally like them. I think it's because I also like to riffle shuffle, and these shuffle really, really well. I'm also planning to get, maybe sometime in the future, the plastic RWS deck by US Games. I'm not, I don't really want to have too many RWS decks in my collection, so I'm not sure, but I want to get it, and I like plastic cards, cardstock. A drawback of plastic, though, is that it can be a bit slippery at times, but yeah. It is durable. This one in particular is made from recycled plastic, supposedly. And because of the limited color palette, it almost feels like it's a bit sigil based. Well, not really, but it has that particular effect, I think. It can get a little bit pippish, but for the most part, it is illustrated, or it does have illustrated minors. Okay, moving on to the sword suit. Two swords. Sometimes there are some cards that are a little bit hard to make out at first glance, so you don't really see here the animal at first glance. You have to look at the details. But I think if you're in a well-lighted room, it might be easier to see. and lastly the king. Okay, and now moving on to the last suit. Wait, where's the 3? Oh, I put it back in the wrong order. So here's the 3, 4, and 5. So you still have the church, 6, 9, 10, then the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. Alright, so I zoomed out a bit and let me show you how this deck shuffles. So again, I already mentioned plastic cardstock can be a little bit slippery, but it shuffles really, really well. Like, look at that mix. You can't beat that. But yes, it does get a little bit slippery. So you also have to be a little bit more careful handling the cards. Oops. Yeah, but it's so satisfying to riffle and to bridge. Side shuffling can also be done, but since it is a bit bendy and it does get a little bit slippery, you have to be a little bit careful. Oh, I forgot to mention the backs are not reversible. For those of you who shuffle or put in reversals into your deck. So yeah, side shuffling can be a little bit tricky. Oh no. I will pick that up later. But yeah, so maybe let's just read the top card. And it is the 9 of Cups. So this is the 9 of Cups. And it says here, the 9 of Cups upright means satisfaction or emotional stability, luxury or wishes fulfilled. And then the reverse meaning would be smugness, dissatisfaction, material joy without peace. Alright, so that has been the Golden Thread Tarot by Labyrinthos. It's a pretty deck if you like black and gold. I will link the store where I got it from here in the Philippines, but I'll also post a link to Labyrinthos. If the deck doesn't really interest you, I would still highly recommend that you download the Labyrinthos app because it is a good learning tool, especially if you're a beginner like me and if you're still learning. And yeah, you don't need the deck for it. You can use any of your decks. But if you like this, you know, plastic cardstock and all that, then you can also consider taking a look at this particular deck. Anyway, if you like this video, please click on the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. I post tarot related content at least once a week, and I will see you again next time. Bye!